was actually one motel that we filmed at where it was very run down, and we were like, oh my God, like, God, set decoration really did such an amazing job of really setting this up. And they're like, nope.
Hi, Nico.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fine, and you?
I'm doing well. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to talk to you. And I need to tell you, Mateo is one of my favorite characters. And it's,
Uh,
yes, and oh my God, you were amazing there. So
Thank you so much. That was I miss Mateo dearly.
I know, I know. So let's talk about Happiness for Beginners.
Mhm.
And you were familiar with the book from Katherine Center?
You know, I didn't know about the book until I had my meeting with Vicky White, our wonderful director and writer who wrote the screenplay, adapted it from Catherine's novel. I wasn't familiar with it, but you know, Vicky started talking to me about the project, and I was just like, oh wow, I just I love these kind of stories, sort of people who are lost trying to find their way. Always that sort of journey really speaks to me. So when Vicky was talking to me about how she was interested in me possibly portraying this character, I really was like, yeah, I'm on board. It sounds like a wonderful project. And then she was like, oh, and also, like, you know, we're talking to Ellie Kemper. I was like, sign me up, absolutely. Such a huge fan of Ellie, and would jump at any chance to work with her. So, you know, she sent me the script and I read it. I was like, I really was just like on board from the beginning, because it was I know I fell in love with Hugh, and just his sort of like determination to sort of like try and correct the wrongs that he feels like he's done with his life and his journey, and just seeing what he can do even though he feels like it may be a little too late. He's still sort of like trying to find answers, and I think we can all relate to that.
But I think it's never too late to find answers, right?
It's not. It's really
Right?
not.
Yeah. How much you can relate to him. I relate to him a lot because I'm not a hiking person. So I was like, oh my God, that's so me there.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. When they were like, we want you to play this character who is like going on this hiking thing, but is not really good at being on a hiking thing. I was like, oh, perfect. Like, let me see if I can find it within myself to portray this character. Easy. So I can definitely relate to Hugh in that regard. But yeah, it was just really a fun character to play. I think I also just really enjoyed working with the entire ensemble. I mean, beyond working with Ellie Kemper and Luke Grimes, you know, the whole ensemble of actors that we have for this cast, they were just really wonderful, and it really felt like summer camp. Filming this project, because we were filming in the most gorgeous locations, beautiful backdrops, and because we were filming, you know, like in the middle of nature, we couldn't have our trailers near us. So in between shots, we just sort of like set our chairs, and the crew set up you know, this wonderful tent and just set up our chairs for us, and we were around each other, you know, for 12-13 hours a day. And you know, for some people that may be too much, but like, it really sort of created this bonding experience between everybody, that really made it feel like family right away. So it was really wonderful.
Oh, that's great. Something funny happened or something creepy happened while you guys were there.
Funny or creepy happened? Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes when, you know, like once it got dark at night and we were, you know, filming in the middle of the woods, and once it's dark, I'm like, get me out of here. I don't want to be in, you know, I've seen too many scary movies. I don't know what monster is gonna pop up in the middle of the woods somewhere. Get me out of here. But like, also some of the locations that we filmed that, you know, were in smaller towns that were just a little iffy. So there was actually one motel that we filmed at where it was very run down, and we were like, oh my God, like God, set decoration really did such an amazing job of really setting this up. And they're like, nope,
No.
we found it this way. I was like, oh,
Oh.
okay.
Oh.
Wonderful. Okay, let's just be aware of our surroundings and make sure.
Oh my
But
God.
for the most part, it was really wonderful. Like, it was amazing.
Yeah, I think the message of the movie is like to find your way to your inner self. Again, it's really cool. What did you learn about yourself, like playing this character or being in this movie?
You know, I think with Hugh is that when you tackle something like this, like something like a huge like hiking excursion journey, what have you, I think you sort of go into it like not knowing how you're gonna get through it, how you're gonna survive it. But I think with Hugh especially is that he believes, whether it's true or not, that he is capable of more than he thinks. He's capable of more than where his life has taken him so far, even though he feels like he's taken a wrong turn somewhere, that he is still capable of doing something, of achieving a goal. And I think that that's the thing with this movie, is that you never know until you try. You have to try. You don't know if you're gonna, you won't know if you can get to the finish line if you don't start the race, right? So I think that's the great message of this movie, is that you got to go through it. The only way through it is through it, and you just gotta take that first step.
No, that's really amazing. Also, you were in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. How was that experience? If you can share a little bit with.
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, like, being in a Marvel movie has always been one of my bucket lists. Excuse me. But yeah, that was an incredible experience. I filmed that right after I did Happiness for Beginners, and it was a really like wonderful experience where I can't even believe this is happening. I just had finished filming this sort of like huge outdoorsy journey with this movie, and going into like a big superhero like sci-fi genre. I really was just like, man, this has been a crazy summer, and I was just like happy to be along for the ride.
Yeah, it's amazing, like from outdoors to indoors, and all the makeup, all the costumes.
Well, from outdoors to outer space. It was
exactly. Exactly. And what else you have on deck for you, like your next projects, if you can talk about of anything?
I filmed a movie actually before I filmed Happiness for Beginners, this wonderful indie comedy named The Re-Education of Molly Singer. So I'm not sure when that's going to be out, but I think it'll be out this year as well. So that's my next one. And beyond that, I'm just focused on my wedding, planning the wedding.
Perfect. Amazing. Congratulations on the wedding. Thank you so much. And congratulations on the roles and everything. Thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to meet you, and I see you on the next one. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.